Howdy folks! Hope everybody's having a good day. Well, today we've got the big old Honda Accord back here. Actually never left here, so we did put the brakes on. However, we have an issue with the front left caliper here, driver's side caliper. But that is not what we're going to do in this video. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to replace the CV axle and this whole spindle assembly. So without further ado, hopefully you guys are catching most of this. Let's go ahead and see if we can buzz this axle nut off. Nuts buzzed off. This is a 32 millimeter, by the way, in case you were curious. Working down here on the floor. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to remove, or try to remove, these cotter pins, which like to get stuck in here and break off. And then you got to drill them out. So I'm trying to not break them off. Let's see if I can get my light over here. See if I can see a little bit better. Because if you can't get them out, then you got to drill them out, and that's a crapshoot. And sometimes these are original; they just break right off. Yeah, see that one, I know you can't see where my hand is down there. Yeah, I guess you can. That one's stuck in there good. So, giving you a little tap. Just loosen it up. Because otherwise, when the time comes, oh, I can zip them off there. That's not the issue. I'm just trying to avoid breaking them. I know my big head's probably getting in the way here. And I don't want to get the heat gun out because I am trying to avoid breaking this ball joint here for your steering. And then up at the top will be the same thing. I did shoot this with PB Blaster. Not that that's going to help much. And I had this similar issue on that bike I was working on. Let me spin it around a little bit. Yeah, the top one's kind of loose. I can grab that and pull it out of there. Yeah, the light's in the way. Okay, we got the top one out. That'll come in handy. Let's see if we can twist this bottom one down here. I can't feel it on the other side of it, so I think I'm just going to end up having to zip this off and drill it out. Yeah, I mean, I can try to bend off one side of it. Sorry, I know my big head's in the way. Yeah, this one's definitely not wanting to move. Sometimes you can take a nail, pop a nail in there. Let's see here, sorry. Yeah, I have to try to pop that out. See if I can push it out with a nail. Okay, then we've got the bottom ball joint down here. That one came out without much to do. We'll replace those anyway. Okay. Next, we want to disconnect the brake line, and then we'll disconnect the brake. And I got some safety wire here. We will take it and hang it up over the top control arm. And then we're going to have fun. We got to remove the ABS sensor. Those can be tricky, and don't want to break that. So I'll go ahead and remove the nut. Then we'll get a screwdriver and pry it up. It is sitting right behind where this, where you see me with the ratchet. Yeah, these things like to be a pain. I got my PP blaster here somewhere. Shoots it down in there. Now I'll turn it back in a little bit. Get that, go down in them threads. Then you have to take and get a screwdriver up under the sensor and try to pry it off, because it is attached to this whole spindle assembly. That light is right in my eyes. Okay, got that one out. 3 for 3. Okay, those are the only 10 mil bolts. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is turn the key on, and we're going to turn this wheel so I can get my impact into here. So, step around you here. See if that turned enough to give me room. Get my impact in here to take this brake off. Okay, let's see here. And I believe that was a 17 mil from our previous job. Come right off there. And let me grab my safety wire. hang this from this upper control arm. Okay, got that. All right, now we can remove the rotor. Yeah, there was a bit of wear on this front rotor here. You can kind of see it, and I really did just drive right down the road. I wanted to test it, and yeah, this one must be sticking. Not to worry, we're going to replace that too. Okay, now what we want to do is we need to remove this strut and the strut bolt, and I do believe that is a 17-2. Yes, it is. And where is my plastic mallet? I know it's right here somewhere. We'll put that nut right back on there, wherever I just did with the nut. And we're gonna give it a little tap. That way we don't mess up the threads. Try to spin that out while we're tapping on it. Well, we'll do that in a minute. Okay, next up is the rotting brake shield. Move that out of our way since the new assembly comes with one. And we'll stick that nut right back on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap the side to see if we can break it free. And then we'll do the same with the top up here. Oh man. That is a 17. And into here. I need see if I got a 17 deep well here. I think I do. Yeah. See if that'll give me the clearance. Man, I tell you, I need my stubby. That is not going to work. So let's try just a ratchet. And I already have the torque specs. This nut that I've got my hand on here is 32 pounds. The bottom ball joint, I believe, is 60 pounds. The steering is 32 pounds. The axle nut is about 170 to 180 pounds. So, all right, so we've got that loose. We still got to get, well, once we loosen this up, this upper ball joint, and which is right there where my hand is. See if I can position in here a little bit better. We're going to give it a few whacks with a mallet or a sledgehammer just on the sides of it. See if we can get it to break free. Oh, actually, before I forget, there is another 10 mil. It is this other side of this ABS sensor. Get that out of the way. Oh yeah, we got to pry that out of there. Fun. Let's see if we can make any headway with that while we're sitting right here. Yeah, these things are a pain. Try not to break it. I don't know if giving a little tap will help. Because that sits down in a slot in the spindle. And I definitely don't want to break that. So I'm being gentle as can be. Okay, well. Let me bang on this thing here, see if we can spin this around. These things get good and stuck in there, man. And like I said, I'm trying to not, I don't want to break the boots and then have to replace something else. So I'll let that soak down there a minute. A lot of times they'll pop. I think that's free. Yeah, that one's free. So I'm gonna leave that sitting there. We still got to drive that broke cotter pin out. Okay, so we can kind of see. Need a paper towel. See if we can get some of that PB blaster up under that. The bottom one I'm not worried about. I believe that's 17 too. Yeah, watch this. I don't know if I'll have enough room under there to get the impact. May have to get a breaker bar. So we'll let that soak on that ABS sensor. Okay, lower ball joint nut is off, and I'm going to keep this castle nut. I like the design of it. It's got the flat flat bottom on it. The replacement one doesn't, so it's kind of like a built-in washer. So we'll keep that on there, and give this here a little tap again. Yes, man. I know if I take that off there, with that cord on it, it's going to snap it. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. And it ain't wanting to budge. Trying to get the screwdriver up under it. I think it cracked it. Oh man, I may need to look into how much that wire costs and where it goes. I'll try to not break it. Looks like part of it broke. Alright, I can try to epoxy it back in. Set that up there. I don't think I'm going to have much luck getting this out of here, guys. Maybe having to order another. Yeah, that's stuck down in there, man. Crap. Well, another trip to the parts store. Well, we'll let that soak a minute. Okay. I kind of half expected that to break, but I was trying to avoid it. Top one's free. And let's see here. I need something small and pointy. Clean that hole out, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that's just broke. I'm gonna have to see where this comes out. Holy cow! In the engine compartment. Well, yeah, I'll deal with that in a little bit. Because that is definitely stuck into that hole. It ain't going to come out. Yeah, it's actually broke off and fused. I don't know if you can see where this wire is right here. It's stuck in that hole and it is not going to come out. So we are going to need an ABS sensor wire, and I just need to figure out where it pops out into the engine compartment. Hopefully that thing's not that expensive. Trying to do this stuff on the cheap for the boy. Get this sensor out of here. I gotta see where it goes to on the other side. Let me take a gander down here. It is right to the right of the shock assembly. And there is the connector right there. So yeah, it's not that difficult to get to. Well, back to this then. I still would like to get it out of there because it's got to come out. I mean, I guess I could just cut it. It's not coming out of that hole. Let's. Where'd I do with my screwdriver? So I guess lesson learned with this, when you replace these, put some anti-seize around the edge of them before you put them down in the hole. That should help keep them from getting stuck inside there. Yeah, that's just going to have to be cut because, well, yeah. Let me get this up under here. And disconnect it from the inside. Unexpected, but I kind of half expected it. Well, what do you expect, right? Well, the car's got 200,000 original miles on it, and this looks to be original parts. I think that is spinning up there. No. We'll be working on that. There we go. Okay, so let me see if I can get into here with my fat fingers. Not the easiest thing to reach, I'll tell you right now. You can see it plain as day, but okay, got it out. Now I'll have to take a break here in a minute and see if O'Reilly's has this. So I'll have to take the core back up for this brake anyway. Let's see if that'll pop loose. No, I don't see that coming loose. So, let's get the fork splitter. Because this unit does come with a new ball joint, so I'm not worried about mangling this one up. Okay. That's loose. That's loose. Come on. That's out. It's got my light. Okay. Got that out. Now we need to remove this nut down here. Actually, let me spin you back down here. Your strut needs to come, the bolt needs to come out. You don't have to take your strut off, you just got to remove the bolt so you can lift it up and get the drive shaft out. And then we got to get up under there with a pry bar and knock it out. So let's, yeah, where'd my 17 go? Here it is. And we'll give it a tap while we're trying to spin it out. And not lose our nut. Okay, that is out of there too. All right, let me, I don't see what I did with my pry bar, so let me find the pry bar and I'll be right back. Okay, the wheel sensor on Amazon is 15 bucks, so that is ordered. I'll be here Monday. Kind of puts me behind schedule, but a little bit ain't bad. All right, now I'm up under, I got a pry bar up under the back side of this half shaft. Let's give it a tap. See if we knocked it loose. Nope. Yep, it's loose. All right. All right, so we got that loose. And all you need to do now is pull it straight out. I'm gonna lift this shock assembly up. And out comes your CV joint. The whole thing. Okay, so now, and yeah, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of transmission fluid dripping out of there. Let's grab our other one. And of course, I don't have my razor. We'll get this one put in here lickety split. Stop it from dripping. We'll put a little bit of oil, or not oil, but a little bit of grease on the end. So we'll put just a little bit of grease on the splines. And it's easy to tell which end is which. Got the nut. get it up there, line up your stuff. And you'll know when it goes in, because you'll hear it click. Hopefully you heard it click there. I'm going to take our nut off. And we're going to grease this one up too. Then I need to go unbox the other spindle. And we'll get that put in. And I got a nail here. I don't know how well this is going to work with it hanging out in midair. Now let's try it. That cotter pin that broke. Yeah, it helps when you have something to support it. That is definitely not wanting to pop out of there. Where did my little light go? Yep, it's stuck in here. Yeah, crap. Well, we can try hitting it with the drill bit. I'm going to get another bit. So in the meantime, let's get this other whatchamacallit, spindle assembly. Yeah, I probably should have had this unboxing ready to go. And it does come with the cotter pin in it, so you want to take that out. I'll show you here in a sec. Now, so I just removed the nut, and it is all here. So all we got to do is get it on. So we're going to kind of line up our splines there. Get our nut sitting on top, keep her from falling back down. Just put your leg up under it. Lift it up. Come on. Okay, well, at least that ain't gonna fall down now. And we've got the bottom through. So we'll go ahead and put our nut on there. Just keep it from moving. All right, then we're going to take this bolt, which is your strut bolt, and we're going to put a little grease just on the splines of it. And get your arm back in position. Give it a little tap. And that is through. Put that nut on. And that one I do believe is also 40 pounds. Okay, so all of that is back in position. I still see it dripping fluid. Shouldn't be. Let's get under there and take a look. Let me get a paper towel, or a rag or something, and wipe that. Make sure it's not still dripping. I can't see in here. Well, I can see through the top here, but I don't think I can. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's still running out of there. Let's put this. Pardon my fat shoulder stuff. I gotta reach in here. See if I can wipe this off here. Because we can't be having that thing leak. We have to pop it back out. Yeah, it's definitely still dripping out of there. Well, crap. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well, Off it comes again. Let me loosen this up. Well, I felt it click in, but something ain't right. Come on. Unless it's just, you just can't even see inside there. Let me, before I go and take all this back off here, let me see if this thing is actually indeed in here. No, I don't think it didn't get in. Well, that's why it's still dripping. Now I think it's in there. Let me wipe. Getting your hands in here, guys, is not the easiest thing. Okay, so let's see if we get any more runs coming out of there. I don't see anything. I'm just looking. Okay, no, that's it. And one way you can test, you reach your hand back up in there and grab the end of it. If it don't slide out of the hole, you know it's in. Okay. But I did wipe it off, so we'll see if it runs any more down. But it is not, and I did wipe it off, so we'll move on. Put that nut back on there. Okay, then we got this pain in the butt that we're going to have to get this cotter pin that is stuck in there out. Okay, so I know I need to get a drill bit and need to tighten this nut back up here. Okay, so that's on, and then we need to tighten this nut at the bottom. Still not seeing no drips. So that's good. So we got that problem fixed. Now we just need to get that well, I'll try the nail trick here. Bending my nail. Alright, hold on, Meg, give me a drill bit. Okay, sorry, I forgot to turn the camera back on. I did drill that out. The nails were not doing the trick. Okay, so I've got the torque wrench set to 32 pounds. That one's done. Okay, that one's done. I believe this one was also, although I'm gonna have to, I'll torque that one in a bit because I'm gonna have to turn the wheel back the other way. Okay, so we need to raise it up to 60 pounds. I like to get one of those electronic ones. A little bit easier to see. No. Where's my other axle nut? Okay, well this one does come. But that is, the replacement one is not a 17. Okay, so it must be an 18. Let's see here. Or a 19. It is a 19. So we'll just go ahead and tighten it up, and we'll torque it down. Okay, and remember, guys, when you put your ball joint nuts on, if your holes ain't lined up, then do not loosen it. Turn it until you get your holes lined up, and then put your cotter in. Okay, I need cotter pins for these other two that we broke. Harbor Freight cotter pin set to the rescue. Okay, so all that stuff is torqued. Let's see if them holes up there are lining up. I don't see them lining up. Was 17. Okay, so we got that, and spin it around. Okay, and then we got the bottom one down here. Sorry, I know my big head's in the way. All right, so we got those on, and that's on. So now we can get the brake clean out. Clean up the back side of that rotor. And make sure your holes line up for your screw. And put your retaining screw back in for your rotor. All right, so that is in, that is in. That sucker's on there tight. Okay, are we missing anything? I do not believe so. So we've got the axle in. Let's check, see if we see any more drippage. We have no more drippage, so that problem has been solved. The replacement ABS sensor is on order, and when I take this for a test drive, I will put a piece of tape over that hole, which I know the ABS light's going to be on, but that way I'll keep moisture. And as a matter of fact, let me do that right now before I forget. I get sidetracked with something else. Completely covering the hole, and then we've got the axle nut here, which is 160 pounds. I will need to lower the other side of the car down in order to torque that, but we'll go ahead and zip it on. Like I said, I'll torque that down a little bit. So now all we have left to do over here, the axle's on, everything's bolted back up, tie rod end's on, the strut mount is on, it's tightened down good and tight. I'll check the torque specs on it. The lower ball joint is on with the cotter pins and everything. So we're good to go at this point. Now, what is left to do is to go ahead. I can go ahead and, well, yeah, it's done. Got the caliper to do, but I think I'm going to do that in another video. So there you have it. Now I got the other side to do, the long side. So as you can see, this is not that overly complicated process, but if you have one of these and it's never been serviced, then your ABS sensor is more than likely going to be stuck in there and it's going to break. So plan accordingly. It's 15 bucks on Amazon. I think O'Reilly's uptown wanted 37 bucks for one. So I opted to go the $14 route on Amazon. It'll be here, Saturday or Monday, and I'll be able to finish this up. I mean, I'll be able to go ahead and test drive and stuff. I'll just have the ABS light on and make sure everything is good. So that's it, guys. That's how you install a spindle assembly and CV half shafts. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, you need a 32 millimeter socket, and that's most everything in here is 17 millimeter. The replacement one. I will put a link to these parts in this video. I got the spindle assembly. It came as a pair, and then I got the half shafts that came as a pair. And I think all in was a little over about 330 bucks, give or take. So not too bad of an investment. At some point, this thing may need some lower control arms, which we were going to do, but the bushings are still okay. They're not completely, they got a few cracks in them, so they'll be good to go for a little bit. Guys, kind of want to knock this whole thing out at the same time while I had all this stuff off here, but he's a youngster, and that probably would have been about $600 in parts. So anyway, get you over here. We'll move you around. Anyway, this is it, and it's not really that hard to do. I mean, you got an assortment of tools, mainly 17s. You need a torque wrench. I like to get one of those electronic ones, like I stated earlier. And you'll need a sledgehammer. You don't need to use heat. On this, you can see, I mean, you've seen what I did. I just, sprayed it with a PB blaster, let it sit. Well, I sprayed it last night when I jacked it up. Let it sit. But if you just keep tapping on the sides of it, it'll knock itself loose, and you don't have to use a fork, in order to split them. Which a lot of times you use these things, and you damage the boots, and then you got to replace them. So the bottom one I didn't care because the spindle assembly comes with a lower ball joint already in it, so I didn't care if I whacked it and tore it up. And what else? The cotter pins, yeah, they like to get stuck in there too, so I don't know what size bit that was, but that's when I ended up using it. Just get it in the one side, and you can drill through it and drill it out a little bit easier. Then, like I said, I'll have to lower the other side down once I'm done with the other side, and then I can torque these axle nuts to 180 foot-pounds, and then bang in the little detent there so it doesn't spin itself free. What else? That's pretty much it, man. It's really not that hard of a job, as you can, well, you can see in here. It's just sitting in my garage. I jacked it up. It's on jack stands. Always use jack stands, even if you got a hydraulic jack, which I do. It's creepy getting under these things, knowing the jack is just holding it up. So just for safety's sake, put a jack stands underneath it. And what else is there to tell you? Not a whole lot. Pretty easy job. So hope you guys got something out of this, and I think I'm going to go ahead and record the caliper video. So stay tuned, and that may be another video on this Honda Accord. So thanks for watching, and I'll yak at you guys soon.